Birbal was an honest and religious man. He used to worship the Lord daily without any absenteeism. This gave him moral and mental strength. He often used to say that whatever God does, He does it for the good of man. Sometimes we feel that God is not kind to us, but it doesn't happen. Sometimes people even consider His boon as a curse. He gives us little pain so that we can avoid great pain. A courtier did not like such things of Birbal. One day while addressing Birbal in the court, the same courtier said, "Look what God has done to me. Yesterday afternoon, while I was cutting fodder for the animals, I suddenly got a finger cut off. Do you agree that God has done this good for me?" After being silent for some time, Birbal said, "I still believe in this because whatever God does, He does it for the good of man." Hearing this, the courtier got angry that my finger was cut off and Birbal saw good in it too. "Nothing like my pain." Other courtiers also echoed. Then the Emperor Akbar intervened and said, "Birbal, we too have faith in Allah. But here we do not agree with you. There is nothing worth praising Him in the matter of this court." Birbal smiled and said, "Well, only time will tell." 2 months had passed, and the courtier whose one finger was cut off. He had gone hunting in the dense forest. One day while chasing the animal, he went to the tribal area. Those tribals believed in human sacrifice to please their deity. The courtier was then caught and taken to the temple to offer sacrifices. But when the priest inspected his body, he found a finger missing. "No, this man cannot be sacrificed." The priest of the temple said that if this 9-fingered man is sacrificed, then our gods will be angry with displeasure. They do not like incomplete sacrifices. We may have to face the outbreak of epidemics and floods or droughts. So it would be better to leave it. And the courtier became free. The next day he came to Birbal in the court and started crying. At the same time, the emperor also came to the court and was surprised to see that courtier weeping near Birbal. "What happened to you? Why are you crying?" Akbar questioned. In response, the courtier narrated his ordeal in detail. He said that now I am convinced that whatever God does, He does it only for the good of man. If my finger was not cut off, the tribals would have sacrificed me. That's why I am crying, but these tears are of happiness. I am happy that I am alive. It was my mistake to view faith in God with suspicion. Akbar smiled softly and looked at the courtiers, who stood silently with their heads bowed. Akbar was feeling proud that a wise man like Birbal was one of his courtiers.